Hello, everyone. I am Sweepy,
And I'm Pretty Bird.
and together we are Pretty Sweet. Welcome to Pretty Sweet Distractions, where we speak unfiltered about life, poetry, and prose. We are never boring. We aren't always safe for work. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the distractions in a form of open discussions on artful words. Of course, we have rules. We are grown up people talking about grown up things, using grown up words. We want you to find your peace. So if you're easily offended, this might not be your bouncing tea bag or your cup of tea or whatever floats your boats. We like to have fun, poke fun, and generally have a great time. Don't be distracted. Come hang out, chat, call, like, follow. Leave your opinions on our opinions. We have live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And tonight is all about Calgon, Take Me Away. Those times when it is, you know, get in there and let all our troubles pass away. To sink into a bubble bath filled bathtub where the foam forms tiny crowns and our thoughts float up like little sparkles and we get to escape from all the chaos. Let it all float away. Self care goes a long way. And I, for one, love to take a bubble bath. That warm water soothing all those crazy tight muscles, letting all that thoughts of, chaos and people talking to me, and I just get to have all that calmness. It just is that perfect moment where I'm all by myself. Nobody is, asking me to do something, get this, get that. Hey, mom. Hey, honey. Hey, get this for the boss. Hey, it's just silence in that room, watching the bubbles and all of go put out this fire, put out that fire is completely gone. Just me and the bubbles. Just soothing, relaxing times. So I love those moments where I get to get in the tub with all the perfect little bubbles, the blues and the yellows and all the rainbow colors. I just absolutely adore it. Pretty Bird, do you love a good bath? A good bubble bath, at least?
No, I mean, yes, but my dog keeps on thinking that my bath time is her bath time. And so I get bullied by my bulldog to try to get in there. And it is no longer a relaxing situation. But when she is not anywhere near me and the powers that be keep her out of the room, then yeah, I like a good relaxing time. I don't I'm not one to have the whole bathtub tray with a book and candles and all the things. I just want really, really, really hot water, and silence because adding more noise to the chaos doesn't do it for me. I need the silence, which is hard to find if everybody is still peopling across the rest of the house. But yes, I do enjoy a nice long hot bath.
Me too. And Rat, your thoughts? You enjoy that nice long
About bubble
bath?
baths. I like to watch. Um, I'm broken. I sit on the shower chair. I don't bathe like normal people. Everything is
No.
more shower and whatnot. It's
Yeah.
Oh, this is
unfortunate.
true, but that's about getting clean. That's not about relaxing. And even in the shower, I have been known to sit on the floor of my shower with extremely hot water just beating off of my back and just, letting that heat kind of penetrate and wash the stress away. you know like I'll wash my hair and requisite bits, and then I will take the time to just do that with the conditioner in my hair. How Because I got some dry hair. I need all the long conditioning time, and then I'll finish the rest of my crap when I'm done. But yeah, I find, well, okay. So if you've got a shit ton of kids like I do, the shower is about the only alone time you get. And so I tend to bask in a very long shower. The dog does not bother me in a shower, just the dog.
And you don't have a tiny dog.
I mean, she's a
Oh,
bulldog. She's short and stubby.
she's not tiny.
No, she's
I know
huge.
she's a big dog. Um, have you guys heard of the shower tabs that promote like any kind of smell you can think of? Like flowers or I have not tried them, but I'm looking forward to trying these new shower tabs because they're supposed to be very aromatic and um, kind of help you soothe yourself. And either before bed or in the morning, they energize. My son was telling me about them, and he's like, "Mom, I've got to get you some of these." And so I had never heard of them. I've only heard of like the bathtub balls that do that. So I'm very excited to try some of these. So I guess now you have all aromatherapy in your shower because I love the smell of eucalyptus. So I'm excited to try that in the shower.
I tend to not add anything to my shower floor water because I am prone to slippage. And if there's any remote way that's going to make that shower floor even the tiniest bit slick, I will be falling. So we do not do that.
We do not do that. But
They
I
do
am,
have them for when you're sick and stuff.
yeah, my mom used to tie actual eucalyptus to the bathtub um,
So the water
faucet.
goes through it.
Yeah, so the water would go through it. But
Oh, nice. Necessity
that's
is the
old
mother of
school
invention.
kind of thing. Yeah, there's some people, the only person in the world that's kind of the old school thing. Yeah, definitely it was fun. But I am the queen of the bubble bath. I am. I don't do the candles though. I've never liked candles in my bathroom, but I do like bubble baths in the dark. Like shut off the lights, just leave me alone. Um, I'm not sure if that's weird or not, but
I
yeah,
mean,
just
if you have like a window that's got ambient light, no. If it's, the center of your house and it's pitch dark and it's pitch black, it's a little weird.
okay. So it's a little weird because I don't have windows. It's just nice and dark,
Yeah, if there's no
and
night
just
light
kind
or
of feel
no
the water.
ambient light, then it's nightmare fuel. Because when that washcloth comes floating and touching you out of nowhere, and you're in there by yourself, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, no. I know where my puffy fluffy thing is at all times, so nobody's gonna be touching me. Once in a while, I guess there's ambient light because there's still the light from because unfortunately my laundry is in the bathroom. It's like set up to where the so you get the light from the little laundry cabinet in there. So there's a little bit of light, a little bit of a yellow glow. So it's not completely dark. So we've got that going on. But yeah, I mean, and then you drain the water a
It's
little
funny,
bit
my
and then
things
you
have a
add the
yellow
hot water.
tinge to them also.
OMG. It's funny. In the old commercials that share the same freaking title of our show, the Calgon Take Me Away, I tend to land more on the stress side that needs the tub than the basking in the tub. So it is all wet dog because my dog, when it is raining, if it depends, she'll either not go at all, like I can't be bothered stepping outside my house, or she will just stand there and be like, "This is what heaven feels like," and come in soaking, stinking wet. And bulldogs are particularly prone to skin fungus and all kinds of stuff, so she can't be wet. And so like I have like dry her right away. She's like, "Nope, I earned this moisture." So there's that, and I've got all the kids, and then there's, all the stress, all the stress, all the stress all the time. And so I'm constantly quietly. What was that? I didn't hear you.
I did not
Okay, it
see
sounded like
any.
somebody
Sweet.
was saying something.
No, it's not me.
And so, yeah, so I tend to silently be,
It's like you were
shuffling my.
trying to talk and you got.
Okay, there's got to be a lag somewhere because that's going to be a problem for tonight. It's gonna drive me nuts because I've got a thing. Anyways, so I will sit there and shuffle my deck of priorities like every few minutes because as soon as something new comes in as a stressor, you have to put it in its place. So what worries you more than others, but it weighs a lot sometimes. And so as far as the bath, as opposed to wine or any other thing to assuage some of that stress just to pull focus and not have to live in that space for a hot minute. Absolutely. I am not one to want to take a bubble bath as in like I need one once a week because it's my thing. I am not that person, but it does help with stress. But I have to be really stressed to have a secondary bath just to soak in bubbles.
Oh, I don't. I just soak in bubbles to soak in bubbles just because it feels so good. But I like it too because um it helps my muscles a lot. I have the whole neck thing going and the shoulder thing, so the hot water really helps that too. So it's
Yeah.
not just for stress; it's for the other things too.
Therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the other reason that I love a warm hot bath. But I also like to play with bubbles. I like to make my little crown because I'm a queen, and I like to pretend that I can put little people in them that make me mad, and then I pop them and crush them with just the little snap of my fingers. So as they're floating in front of me, bam, they're gone. I have a very vivid, angry imagination, so that helps me a lot. My bubble baths are very violent sometimes if I've had a bad day.
That does not sound stress free.
Yeah, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. And they float away. So,
All I hear is Rodney Dangerfield from Back to School. What's a bath without bubbles? Hey, bubbles!
it's fun. It's just a nice way to smack people around in tiny little bubbles. But at least I'm not doing it to them. You know, I'm a kind person. My nickname is Sweet. There's a reason for that, I think. We just don't know what the P is for. We've never determined that. So we have to think about that.
What color's the water?
I don't pee in my bath water. I have
No.
rules. There you go. That's just the way it is. I have rules.
Well, hopefully we all have that rule because who wants to bask in that?
Nobody at all. Even my grandson gets out of the bathtub. He's like, "Ew, who would do that?" Ah, he's so funny. Even though he's at the age now, I take showers. Ah, what fun are you? But it all comes to that point in our lives where they take showers. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. Well, if you are listening to us, you can listen to us now on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So welcome to our show. We are a poetry show, so I think we should listen to some poetry. Um, we have got Mr. Titus. We'll put
They
him
are both brevity
or
and he
listen to
needs a
him.
reader. So you read and then
And
I'll read.
okay, I will start with Bathing is Godly by Titus Llewellyn. Bathing, collecting delightful effigies from great heights imposing joy, keeping lathered in many notions, only paradise quietly relaxes somehow. The unconditional variant X-Nile Yang Zumba by Titus Llewellyn.
So this is an ABC Darien poem. So every word is in alphabetical order. So it's bathing, collecting, delightful effigies. And he did a great job because he used every single letter. Like a lot of them only have a few letters, or they will start um, with the first letter of each line, or however they want to do that. It's not the easiest thing to find those XYZ words. And I'm loving, zygomas. And so it's awesome. But it's the bathing. And here's the thing that sets the tone for the rest of the brevity. It is getting lost in the lathering. It's you can get lost in the lathering and you can get lost in the lather. There are two different things. I'm just saying. And only paradise relaxes, or only paradise quietly relaxes somehow. And here's the thing. Baths hold no expectation. You are going to hear my dog, by the way, because she just walked in here snorting up a storm. So sorry if it sounds like farts. There's something really relaxing about a bath that you make time for. It's better when other people also make time for you to have that bath, where they keep the kids quiet if that applies and whatnot. It's a lovely thing to not have any expectation. The water doesn't give a shit. The bubbles give zero shits. It's up to us to bask in that moment, to allow everything to wash away, because it's not going to hold on to it. It's not going to do anything. It's us. And so it allows us to make all of that stress fluid and wash away. It's different than putting all your troubles in a bubble and blowing them into air. I can visualize with the best of them. That does not work for me. But feeling your muscles relax in the hot water, it's almost like it runs out your fingertips and your toes and just kind of goes with it, at least for those moments. And I think he did a great job in few words and all the letters. So, Sweet Pea, your thoughts?
I really like this. I'm glad you pointed that out. This was ABC because I would have never known that, and I think that's just really impressive, talented, and I now really want to try to do one of these poems. Um, the idea of just only paradise quietly relaxes somehow, and it does that sense of paradise and keeping lathered many notions. I love how he played that on those words, because there is something about having that, just that luxurious, shampoo or that conditioner or whatever it is, and you are able to just enjoy those moments. And like you said, I tease about popping the bubbles and the little people in them, but it is a way for, to let the muscles relax and to fall into all of that. And he does such a wonderful job of making you feel that way, and to go through all of that. It's really great to feel that. So I really enjoyed, Titus's work as always. So Raconteur, your thoughts?
We seem to have lost him. Hopefully he'll
Oh, we
click back
didn't.
through in a minute.
So too. Um,
And just so that anybody listening for the first time understands, we do have a group called Pretty Sweet Distractions on allpoetry.com, which is free to join. And that is where you can see what's coming up topic wise, put your poems on the board to be read on our show or to be played, or we prefer if you read them yourself. So, all the options. So if you wanted to check that out, feel free to do so. In case you were wondering where we're pulling from.
yes. Okay. Back that thought. I'm hoping it comes back. So we have couple of more of these great poems that we're going to read correctly. Uh, well, I can't do that. And how about we do one of yours? I like that. We can do Cheeky Little Stress Balls by you.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I do that. We can do that. I like that one.
Okay.
Okay. Because you write wonderfully, and I can't wait
I don't know from nothing. But here we go.
to
This is uh sorry, my dog is underneath my desk and she is driving me stinking nuts. I can't have her underneath here.
Oh,
You're here,
Titus
Titus says.
Anderson.
Hi, Titus. How are you? And you found us on Facebook. I am all stinking excited. We just read you, but your second one will be coming up in a little bit. But you are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Introduce Sweet Pea to a new form of poetry. She's all excited. So this is Cheeky
I
Little
am.
Stress. Go ahead.
I was going to tell them I'm very excited. I've never done that. I can't wait to try to do the ABCs. That was wonderful.
So this is Cheeky Little Stress Balls by me, Pretty Bird. And it goes like this. Anyway, the next thing I knew, I was insane. So the dream was a perfect 2.4 and a white picket fence, 1 by 1 by 3 and 4, and there aren't enough teats on a body to shut their pie holes. Fresh-faced, innocent little hoodlums. Don't let me get my... Oh, goodness, he's cute. God made them that way to prolong their lives. I am convinced of it. My name isn't actually Ma, and while I can actually hear them being up to no good, I refuse to answer to the screaming tattles of, unless you're bleeding, dying, or broke something important, I'm just not in the mood. So I was wearing this white dress one day that sits like a hidden treasure in a vacuum sealed box in a closet that's full of gray because it hides the widest range of disgust that fruited loins can wipe on it. Puppy piles and laundry piles and piles of dishes. There isn't enough Calgon in the world to release the clutches of apron strings crocheted into crazy heartbeats and snuggle bug goodnight kisses that I wouldn't trade for that perfect 2.4. And poem.
Oh, you can't imagine how much I love this and how many memories it brings up. And my name is actually Ma. Because if that is not ringing in your ears 24 hours a day, and you have more children than I do, but oh yeah, unless you're bleeding, dying, or broke something important, I'm just not in the mood. Go terrorize someone else. I don't care what you've done in the neighborhood. I don't care what. Just unless you are bleeding, like you said, that is just one great stanza. Oh yeah, and so I was wearing this white dress one day, and it's all tucked away. I don't ever see it again, but it's there. I know it's there, but it hides the widest range of disgust that fruited loins can wipe on it. Oh my goodness, that's just so much in here, and there isn't enough Calgon that would in the world to release the clutches of apron strings. Oh, crocheted into crazy heartbeats and snug bug goodnight kisses. Oh my goodness. I just, yeah, 2.4 and white picket fence, 1 by 1 and 3 by 4. And I love there aren't enough teats on a body to shut their pie. Oh my God, they never shut up. No, they're always there. They're always in the room. They're always doing something. Yeah, and I know this. One of the reasons I know this is because we talk enough on the phone to be hearing all this stuff, and I tell you the antics of they crack me up. They're so lovable. It's just I can't imagine even wanting enough Calgon to take you away from any of that. But I
That's
worry
because
about
they're
all of
older
that.
now.
But still, even older, they're not old enough to where you're still not worried about some of the things new. Um, Mine are older. Yours are kind of in the middle of, you know, adulthood and childhood. Well, not all of them, but a couple of them. And it's just funny the things that they get into and the things that they tell you, and so delightful. And I can't imagine all of them young. That had to be hair pulling craziness. Yeah, God bless you, because you know it is all of that insane, lovable world that you just perfectly did in all of your birdiness. I can't even, because you know, you're very lovable and funny and honest and all of those things. Hello, welcome back, Rack.
Was I gone?
Yeah, for quite a while.
Come on. Ah,
But you're back
I
now.
know, but I can't get him in. Come on,
He
darling.
looks like he's into me.
My God.
He's not in.
Yeah, I hear you
He
just
doesn't have a
fine.
blue dot.
He's blue on mine,
I
and you just turned
cannot.
him off.
Okay, well then I'm turning him on. There we go. Yay! I did it. He's blue on mine. Pardon our newness on this. This is our first little game on this, so if we apologize. I still have him blue, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
He's not blue on mine, and he's not on the screen. Is he on your screen? There he
Yeah,
is.
I see him.
What the hell?
Okay. Don't ask me. I think that we have to designate one person to deal with who's coming in and who's coming in and who's not.
Someone
How
needs to
about
sit on
that?
my lap. That's what has to happen.
We are. There he is. There's the pun slinger. My pun slinger. The man that slings the
I
puns and
swear to God, it did not
trust me,
sound
you
like
will.
Punslinger when you said that. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness! I
It
know what it
sounded
sounds
a little
like.
dirty.
Uh,
Well,
uh-huh.
of course it is. Because I'm
By
always a little
design.
dirty. Um,
That's why you're. That's why we're bathing you.
OMG.
you know, it can happen. Well, I know that we have a lovely show coming up soon about the Naughty Show, but that's going to be talked about a little later. Um,
Mm.
you know, will happen.
Were you there long
But that's
enough to hear the
okay.
poem or no?
No,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know what happened. It sounded like I was there, but you guys were talking like I wasn't there, so
No, you
I had to
completely
leave and come
disappeared.
back
Yeah. So that's weird.
again.
Yeah, you just wanna. Yeah.
No, you're there. We hear you. You're fine.
That-
There's
Now
just
we
a
hear you
lag with
a little bit. Yeah.
so I'm gonna sign out and I'm gonna sign in as me to see if that helps because this lag is driving me nuts.
Okay.
I will no longer but I will no longer be able to see the chats, let anybody in or do anything.
That's okay. I can. I got it.
All right.
You think you
I'll
do?
be back in a minute.
I can do it. All right. I can do it. I promise. Can't. Well, you're all just gonna have to forgive me. This is our first night.
No.
We're doing good. There is she. Let's see.
Uh,
Where is she? She'll come back to me. She'll come back to me. I know she will. Ah, pull back.
What do you think she is, a
That's all
boomerang?
that funny stuff. She's a boomerang.
Hey, Frisbee girl, what do
It
you call a
happens.
boomerang that doesn't work?
I don't know. Frisbee?
Hey, Frisbee girl. No, a boomerang that doesn't work is
That's
called
what
a
I
stick.
said. A stick.
I thought you said a frisbee.
That's funny. I did say a frisbee. I don't know. You throw it, it doesn't come back. It's a frisbee. You have to have a dog to bring it back to you. That's why I have dogs. They bring things
Oh, is
back.
that why?
Yes. They bring things back to me. You know, I'm always, smart like that. I throw a frisbee to a dog, the dog brings it back. I throw a frisbee back, it comes back. Does the same thing. It's always those things. So we're good. I'm a happy camper. I mean, if you want to throw sticks, go ahead and throw sticks. You're allowed to do that. You can throw.
I like going. I like going camping. It's very intense.
I hate going camping. I can't have bubble baths when I go camping. It's cold showers because there's never hot water in that little world. I've always hated camping. Unless maybe it was like we had an RV when I was a kid, so that was nice. I didn't mind camping in the RV because there was hot water. So that was always good. The bird is here.
And don't do anything with me yet.
Yep, you're here. I
Uh-huh.
hear you.
No, give me a second. It's not wanting to shut off my camera.
Well, we don't see you on camera.
Well, that's great, but I'm not gonna be doing anything if this thing says whatever. So I'm glad you can see me. I can't see shit.
Okay.
Well, if
Because we don't see you
in the
camera at all,
studio,
so
I need you to make sure that it says audio only on my thing. Click in the corner of where I am because I don't have any of those. It says what?
It's
All right. I mean, it says
you are just an audio.
yes. I understand that, but it doesn't say camera off, audio only on there for like actual. Is that what it says? Because it'll tell you if you click the
Yes.
things. All right.
Right. Well, you are.
Yeah, this is not helping that lag. That's unfortunate.
You're the band geek. Give us some bandwidth.
Hey.
All right.
I have audio only is on for Pretty Bird.
Perfect.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So I have my poem, A Bubble Bath by Sweet Pea. My body toes swallowed. With a sudden rush of heat against my thighs, I quivered, and the final lick across my belly removed all my inhibitions, allowing me to sink into the heated bubble bath water, covering my breasts, leaving nothing exposed below my neck. Watching the hues of blues and yellows float from tub to ceiling, the voices in my head begin to fade. A refreshing feeling. Chaos was drowning in a sea of harmony as I lay daydreaming. I visualized my headaches in each little bubble, let them float up, and I popped away, flattening everything with the snap of two fingers. I soaked my hair in the warmth of the water. Indulging myself, I pour a luxurious bowl. I wash, I rinse, smell like heaven. My skin is silky, my body relaxed. My mind is calm, and there is hope as I grab a towel from rack and pole.
That is lovely, 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 lovely. I'm just trying to deal with why you guys can't see my thing on there. Okay, so I find this lovely, and it's exactly what you described as far as when you were talking about how much you love a bubble bath, you know? Um, and a couple other things. I am sorry about my dog. She is doing something. I soak my hair in the warmth of the water, indulging myself. And here's the thing. I don't know that most people realize that it is. I am I can't with her barking. I would normally mute and move on until I'm done, but I can't do that here. So my apologies. It's good. This is going to stress me out, just so that you know. But it's a beautiful thing. I don't think most people realize that there is something delightful about having someone wash your hair. And even when you do it yourself, especially, it's like when you first get in the shower and it hits your head and it goes down, especially if you have long hair, it travels very specifically. It doesn't just fall amount up down your shoulders, it goes down your hair through the ends and it falls straight down your back. And it kind of takes a lot of the stress from the top down and takes it away from you. And okay, so a little TMI, but you'll get used to that. I love when somebody washes my hair, and not like if they're washing their grandmother's hair, if they're like, unable to do it themselves. When they take the time to pour the water over your head and massage the shampoo in and make sure there's no knots because my hair is curly and do all the things, they're infinitely more gentle than I am. And it's very sensual. It is very um it's soothing and it's affectionate and it feels like love to me. And because of that, because of the gentle nature of that, it well can lead to other things. And when you get to the bottom of this, my skin is silky, my body relaxed, my mind is calm, and there is hope as I grab a towel from the rack, spelled RAC, like our very own raconteur. So here's the thing. I know that sex is supposed to help you release stress, but too much stress does not lend itself easily to wanting to be manhandled. You know what I mean? At least not for me. I could be a weirdo. I don't care if I am. So there's a lot to that. If you can relax a little bit, then it's all the things. And I love how you describe this because when you step into that water, it's almost the opposite of that shower hitting you. It goes from the toes up, but it still melts it the same way. It's kind of like cutting the corner of a Ziploc bag full of something liquid that it'll just start to fall out. And that's what happens with stress. And if you lose yourself in that moment, I suppose that's for everything. If you can be present and lose yourself in whatever moment you're in, that the rest of the stress doesn't weigh as much in that moment because you're not focused on it. Life lessons. But I kind of love the way you described this, and you read it beautifully. So, Raconteur, your thoughts?
You talk about too much sex. Sex every day makes whole week. So there's that, and then I like the idea of this too because see, I want to make a former rather than lather joke, but I don't know. I'm getting a little uh I'm overdoing it, so I'm gonna stop. But the stress-free idea of this is lovely. On the one hand, that there's a, s- a sense of private needing private time surrounding this on the one, but at the same time, these are times when somebody that cares about you wants to be with you also. The idea of rubbing your shoulders or like Pretty Bird mentioned, washing your hair, those things also come to mind. mind when you someone you're with that you care about is indulging themselves. See, my problem, not so much with the prompt, but the idea, the of it is, some people treat the relaxation like an occasion, and I treat it more like it's an everyday goal. It's like, what can I do to make this happen today? So I tend to spoil myself, regardless. And so it's not so much a special occasion thing. It's not a how can I overindulge? It's okay, just another day. So I really
Just another
telling me
day.
my it's yeah.
So, Sweet Pea, back to you.
Oh, that's me. I'm sorry, I was looking how to make you bigger. Got lost in myself.
You know how to
Yeah,
make
another
it
day.
bigger.
I'll take every. Not you. Oh, yeah. There's just something about that, like you said, where you just start with your toes and it just goes off. My favorite thing, just like 1 inch, and then you're just all the way in, and it just is delightful. And as soon as I started that sentence, I was like, "Oh, I'm in trouble now." That's not what I meant at all. Kind of what Pretty Bird was saying is there's a lesson in just being in that moment, no matter what that moment might be. Is where if you really think about what you're doing, or those moments, whether it's even cut open a Ziploc bag and with cooking, or watching something
That's how I
boil,
pipe my
or
deviled eggs.
yeah,
Same.
just enjoying that sometimes we rush through things and we don't really get the point where, hey, this is really fun, or this is something beautiful, or this is something that is going to be an achievement of mine and other people are going to enjoy it. um, there are some beautiful pieces that I really enjoy, that have been done for me, and I don't know if them enjoyed it or not, but I completely enjoy them every time I put them on, or I see them, or I wear them, or my dog has stolen them from me. So, enjoy what you do, or be a part of
Who you
that,
do?
because, well, what do
Well,
I do?
hopefully you're enjoying
Nothing.
who you're doing, or that's going to be awful.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what degree of happiness you're bringing to other people. So I don't do a lot. I don't really cook. I don't really crochet. I'm not sure what I do to bring joy to people except, play with my dogs. I'm pretty selfish if you think about it. Everything I do, I hang out with you guys. That's kind of for me. I hang out with my dogs. That's kind of for me. Boy, I need to reevaluate my life. Start things for other people. I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself.
That's a good
That's
thing.
not a crime.
Guess not. But other people do a lot
A
of things
happy
for other
a, ha,
people.
a, ha, a happy have a happy sweet pea is a non.
I do a lot. Trust me, I do a lot for other people. I'm just giving myself a hard time, I guess. Um, Freebird does a lot for a lot of people. You do a lot for other people, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I am learning to crochet. Eventually, I'll make a pot holder for one.
So just so that you
But
know, I crochet for me, and it just so happens that I can't hold on to all the things, and I do it for so I give it to other people, and sometimes I make things for other people, but it is absolutely for me, so that I don't have to deal with my own shit.
Oh, okay.
It's like a fidget spinner, but with feeling productive.
Well, you make beautiful stuff, so
Thanks.
it's easy beautiful. Um, where am I going? Anyway, back to bath time. I love
Back to the
not only
bath.
bubbles, but those little balls you put in the bath that change to the water color. But I'm
I like
finding
bath
out
bombs.
bath bombs. But I'm finding out no matter what color I put in, it always turns gray. So it's starting to piss me off. So I don't know if anybody else has that problem out there. But if you're going to say your water is going to turn pink or blue, don't make it turn gray because I know it's not me. I'm never that dirty, even if I'm in the bathtub. I have
But if
never
it
been that
pisses you,
dirty in my life. Huh? It's never me. I've never been that dirty. I would no, no,
The ones that are one
don't put my
color
hand
tend
what
to
on.
stay
what
that color. The ones that are more than one color will gray out.
Yeah.
well, she said it pisses her off. I'm just never mind.
There is a massive lag, and I didn't even hear what you said before that, Rack. So you started to say something, then you completely cut out.
I was saying, what color turns gray when you add yellow to it?
Ew.
Well, she's the one that said she was pissed off. That's what I was playing off of. Leave me alone.
There goes the pun slinger. There's my man.
Oh my goodness, it's almost like it cut you out on purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has a conscience. I don't know what that's all about because I'm quite sure it
OMG.
doesn't.
Well, then we're in trouble come
Um,
Tuesday. I'm just saying.
we don't have a conscience on Tuesday, so it can just join us. Yeah. Anyway, so the regular because I usually always get the ones that have all the colors. So I just need to get a regular colored ball.
Yeah, a
And
single color will stay a single color. You mix any of the colors, they're gonna turn. It's not even a gray gray. It's the kind of like a steel blue. It's the color of dryer lint.
yeah, it is. And I don't like that color
My
because it's
aunt
prettier.
used to. Yeah, I can see that. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry for the
Mia, you
lag.
have
I
any
do not
Grey
mean to be talking
Poupon?
over everybody, but by the time I hear anybody, it's like you started talking before I started talking, but I don't hear you until after I start talking. So it's awful. My apologies, just from now until forever. My aunt used to buy those squishy bath oils that were balls that the outside would melt. And I used to love them because they used to make your skin feel all fabulous by the time you left out of there. I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but I swear if I put one of those in my bath now, it'll fall to my death trying to get out of that thing. I'm telling you, I know what happened to me. I used to be all kinds of graceful and balanced, not so much anymore. A little extra slip, and that's it. I'm face planting in my bathroom. It is not okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I would not be able to do those either. I would be yeah. I know what you're talking about too, because my mom used to. They were like gel packs.
Yeah. Before gel
Like,
packs were a thing. But they were full of bath oils and they smelled delightful. And they would just slowly melt away. And then it's kind of like a hot oil treatment for your cooter, I guess. But it
Yep.
felt lovely. And then, but as your bath goes down, you're getting out of the sun. It is slick because it's oil. And you really had to scrub your bathtub to make it not slippery. There's enough little rubber bath ducks in the world that you stick at the bottom of your bathtub to make it not slippery. It's crazy. And you got to be
anyway,
careful
break.
when you say bath salts to me because I'm from Florida and they make zombies. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah, I know very little about that, but I know they're with them. Um,
Oh, there used to be. I don't, not so much anymore. Ever since that guy ran down the middle of the highway and ate somebody's face, I think that they took care of the problem because Florida.
yeah, I know Florida. Yeah, didn't hear about the eating of the face though. Yeah, not
It was a
so
couple of years back. Fun stuff, like
fun
full zombie
stuff.
mode.
Alrighty then. And here's why we don't take baths with certain things, or you don't do things with bath products. Yeah, see, just enjoy them the way they're meant to be enjoyed.
OMG, because you brought that up. I want everybody the next time you're at any place that sells your toilet brushes, because there are signs on your toilet brushes that say they're not for, scrubbing your personal self. Do not insert into personal places. It's many variations of it's meant for a toilet, not naked body parts. And I want to know how many people tried to sue these people because it took their skin off when they were not using it to clean the toilet. I'm like, what warrants these kinds of warnings? I'm just like, but then again, we also live in a land that says on a jar of peanut butter that says, may contain peanuts.
Yeah.
What about the hairdryer that says not to use it when sleeping?
That's funny. It's craziness. I just want to know.
Because the only warning labels after somebody sues them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you people are doing some nasty things with the toilet brush. Stop it. That they have, entire conglomerates that cater to those needs.
There's the room in the back behind the curtain.
OMG.
Yeah, please don't. Because I don't like my products with 15 tags on them because people are stupid.
Well,
Coffee is hot.
Okay, listen. They have to say that now because they burned the lady's hoo-ha. It all comes down to the hoo-ha. I'm just saying.
I know. Crispy tacos was not a word. So there you go.
I'm sorry, what?
A crispy taco was
making
not
a taco
word.
joke.
I know. I'm not the pun slinger. It doesn't work. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's almost that time, so we're going to go to that time for our crazy announcements.
I don't know how crazy they are, but they're announcements. Okay, so on Tuesday, Tuesday you're going to be in for a treat because Tuesday it is Midnight Confessions. Desire in the shadows when no one is watching. Tell us your naughty secrets and sultry words and make us melt with your midnight confessions. And I'm just warning you now. We talk about all the things. We say all the words. We do all the things. It is what it is. You have been warned.
And you have been warned.
And Thursday?
Thursday is tree at 3 a.m. That is when between here, when the day begins, and then it is, I apologize, when yesterday is over and the day is still asleep, and the tired, quiet words bleed to paper, born in unfiltered emotions, we explore the freedom of words that come forth in the darkness before dawn. And that is Thursday, June 4th.
And then the following Tuesday, shut your pie hole. Everybody talks like they know what's best. It's easy to judge others after the fact. Sometimes we have to know when to keep it to ourselves. Just shut your pie hole.
And then on the 11th, it is Who You Callin' Old. We take aim at every lazy stereotype about age flat. Age is more than a number, it's a mindset. Some people refuse to fade out, slow down, and play the role society assigns them. Old isn't synonymous with irrelevant, and that is June 11th. So that is what's coming up. And you can find us now everywhere you look on, let's see, YouTube, Facebook,
X, Twitter.
Twitter. So look for us everywhere on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock. Oh, excuse
10.
me, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I know I'm screwing up my own Eastern Standard Time. Follow us, make your comments. We'd love to hear from you. Stop by, say hi, all of the things. We'd love anyone and everyone to let us know what you think. We'll be glad to answer you and all of
Okay,
these things.
listen. I don't know from answering everybody. But you can still find us everywhere you found us before: Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the places. Our home base is still prettysweet.podbean.com. We do go live every Tuesday and Thursday. And now we're on the social media: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And so look us up. It's Pretty Sweet, PRTTY, sweet, all one word. Click on the red shoes and follow us to hundreds of hours of shows that are kind of similar to this one.
Well, I was going to say we would be glad to answer you if we like what you have
You
to
can
say.
answer everybody. I ain't answering everybody. I'm not making that promise.
Well, if we like what you have to say is what I was going to.
Well, here's the thing. We are now on social media. It is not just a small circle of people. We are open to whoever. And at some point, if we got a lot of messages, I am not guaranteeing that I'm going to answer anybody. Well, but I'm the bitch, so it's okay.
Oh.
Well, if I really like what you have to say, I might answer you.
Well, that's fine. I'm just not going to make that promise.
I didn't make it a promise. I just, it's an offer. All right. So back to Calgon and all the things it's doing for us. It's making me soft. It's making me silky. It's doing all those wonderful things. It's even making me nice. We are going to continue with our lovely line of poets because, that's why we're here. And we read and we talk and we. So let's figure out who I'm going to put up there next. But I think we've run the circle, so it would probably be Titus again. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And Pre-Bird, you're going to read this one. If I can get there. And I'm sure I can because I am a talented person most of the time. Not just talented here, but everywhere else. No, not at all. I'm the worst here. I am so when it comes to all of this is all the birds' work. I follow in her footsteps. So.
Okay, I can't put it in the chat. You have to do that because I'm not in the studio.
I know, I've got it. Okay. There we go. Okay.
There it is.
I don't think we have one up. Okay, never mind. I put the wrong. You've got so.
Which poem is that one?
I don't know. I don't worry about it. I copied it the wrong week. Okay,
he's just randomly cutting and pasting.
No, he added another one, so that's okay. So I got to add the SoundCloud to that one.
Maybe there isn't a SoundCloud.
Okay, I because of the lag, I'm just going to be an asshole and be like, I'm going to read now. So hush. All right, here we go.
Go ahead.
A Baudry Gaze Across by Titus Llewellyn. The hiatus state of febrile could between a cygnet and myself sense a gaze of despondency down the Baudry Lake, a frownful eye. No demon could explain how mythical this form evolves ineffable or justive enough. Aperitif, it wise for expose, creating more informal genuflect. Ooh, the word bank of formal language. Okay, I love I'm just creating more informal genuflect, and I see that there is a gaze between branches, and I'm going to be who I am, Mr. Titus. So for those who don't know, that is to worship on your knees. And so, informally worshiping on your knees, it is at the junction of the branches. I am just saying this. It looks innocent. It's not innocent. I'm not innocent, and it could just be me. But oh my, you know, no demon could explain how mythical this, because sometimes we're a little devilish, sometimes there's temptation. This mythical form is all that it is. They've got the expose and creating more informal genuflect. I'm just gonna say I don't mind a guy on his knees, not even a little bit. Thank you very much, sir. And I love that. I love that you can take a word bank of words that most people couldn't string together to save their life, and you make a poem that looks wonderfully innocent, but it is not. It's all hot and feverish and all the things. The hiatus state of febrile, which is you're feverish, but you're all hot and bothered and devilish and on your knees doing the damn thing. And I'm just like, oh look, it's little duckies. No, 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 no. It's the junction of the branches. It is all the things. They are gazing at it. It is a Baudry gaze across. Yes, sir, it is, because you're looking at it dead in the face, licking your lips, going, I'll be right there. And I love that. I absolutely love that, because it sounds innocent and it sounds grand. And all of these words that you string together sound, well, they're poetry. And I fear that not everybody is going to understand the power of that informal genuflection. But that's okay, because I'm here to bring everybody to the dark side, because I see what I see. I'm just saying. So, Sweet Pea, your thoughts?
Well, I would have had to look up a lot of these words, but I have you. So he's you never put anything past Titus ever, because I would have had to go and pull up, all of the words, and then I would have known this was a naughty little poem from Titus. And I've read some of Titus's naughty little poems, and it just makes me totally endear. He just endears himself to me every day, because obviously the ducks are watching something a lot more interesting than what we think they're watching. I mean, just look at those ducks' eyes. He's very surprised, and now I know why. Um, I I don't even know what to say, except I
Yum.
like I'd like to be what they're watching, and
It's the junction of the branches.
of the branches, and I'm glad their leaves are there to wipe your face. So, Rack, your thoughts.
Pretty Bird mentioned about Titus sitting there licking his lips. That could also be taken more than one way. But the possessiveness.
I mean, it's
It,
on the knees.
and the junction of the branches. Trees have limbs also, so there's that. Yeah, this is a. Um, I think Titus is waiting for someone to invite him out to eat. That's he's a senior, and the early bird special. um, but yeah, I'm looking at you, bird. Um, but no. Yeah, the idea of this. I love the way language allows you to do things like this and say something that can be taken more than one way. Um, anytime you can do something like that, there's a cleverness to it. There's a you know people want to ascribe things to you that some people can get away with it, and some people just like myself, you can't do innocent. So I could never get away with saying anything like this or even close to this. You know, people be like throwing towels at me, being like, "Or wipe your mouth." I couldn't. So again, the beauty in what you describe, again, that can be taken in more than one way. Probably should be taken more than one way. So, you do everyone a service and point that out. So beautiful, beautiful wording. I you have my admiration, sir.
Absolutely. Ah, um, let's see. Yes, ma'am. I forgot you could do it. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Do you
So
want to
what do we need
read
to
one
upload?
way?
No, I wanna
Um,
upload whatever you needed me to upload.
it's on the board or on the board at the bottom. So I will read my next one.
Did you already convert the SoundCloud?
No, I did not.
All right. I'm gonna mute myself and do this so I can't read and do that.
Okay, we will do that. Sorry about that. I will do this one because this is my old goodie, and this is a towel.
Mm.
Steam rises and mirrors fall. Foot plunges into warm batter. My body sinks into white bubbles, wrapping you into the smell of magnolia shawl. Linen cloth lathered and silken creams clean. My parts and their in-betweens. Long red copper mane lather rinses down the shoulders of my cotton back. A few moments to sit back and relax. Showerhead pulses on high. My baby, let it ride. Lips spread with a grin. Legs tremble with trepidation. I want more than an 8-second ride. Stop I must now. I grab a towel from a rack. And now to the bedroom to finish the job. And pull.
So
So
since
rack,
Pretty
your
Bird's on
thoughts.
mute, yeah. Um, uh, I'd like to say I'm with you. Um, the idea of this is enticing and just I think we've been there before, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's even though I'd be all over it, uh I'd still be jealous of the towel.
Still be jealous of the towel.
Okay.
Because I always get my
All
towels from the
loaded.
rack. Okay, thank you. So,
Sorry. This lag is ridiculous, and it's probably just me, but it's driving me nuts. It really is. My bad. But here it is. Okay. So I kind of love that you mentioned that towel off the rack in the other one, and now it's a whole kind of led into this whole entire rising steam and fogging mirrors. And here's the thing, I love that. I love that they are joined that way from the beginning of the bath to this completely sensual piece. You know, a few moments to sit back and relax. Showerhead pulses on high. I mean, like I said earlier, sometimes any kind of whatchamacallit helps you relax. And it does. And sometimes we all need that alone time. And so if you are relaxing in the hot, steamy tub and hot, steamy thoughts, and you have a damn good shower head, more power to you. You know, it, may, it puts a different spin on those lips spread with a grin, legs tremble with trepidation, and I want more than an 8-second ride, don't we all? Because jackrabbits are just no, just no. Y'all need to do better than 8 seconds. I'm just saying. I mean, unless you're riding a bull, but that's not my business. And so so I absolutely love this. I do. My dog literally just came in here to tell me off.
Well, you said bull.
Yeah, she's got things to say. Yeah. I tell you what, she's got a world of words for tonight.
I got something. So before we go to the next poem,
she's got things to say tonight.
So before we go to the next poem,
oh my,
I need to just talk to you about the studio real quick. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. When you click on music, do you see it loaded?
Hold on. Let me click on music. Yes, I do.
Awesome. Okay. Go about your business, whatever you were going to do.
All right. Let's go. Oh, I was going to do you. That didn't sound.
It sounded exactly how it needed to sound. You are fine.
Yeah. We can talk about that. Yeah, to do you. I was going to do Wet But Pretty Bird. So that's next up. And doesn't that sound delicious?
Yeah, that's Paradise Wet.
All those.
Just saying.
It is Paradise Wet. Even better. Paradise Wet. Oh.
All right. Yeah, so there is a massive lag, and you're trailing behind Sweet. So I have to give it a few seconds so that I know that you're done talking, just because I don't know how else to deal with this lag. It wasn't any better when I hopped out of the studio, so I am so sorry. I hope that's not a normal thing, but it might be. This might just be how we are. I'm already up there, babe. Okay, this is Paradise Wet by me, Pretty Bird. And it goes like this. Pouring need through relaxing waters, carrying the day far off in bubbles of tension left to evaporate on the floor. Cleansing hands glide into rhythm, serenading time itself with impending hunger, avarice fed in wet skin and moist air treasures. Pink satin pearls, unfolding dreams, boiling fantasies in frenzied fashion where delight's edge reality's grip. Blurred waterline and fevered pitch slink deep beneath heat, enveloping skin in waterfall weightless abandon. Steamed air froths thoughts and waves that trade time for tension, caught in bubbles where delight's edge reality's grip. End poem.
Mm.
Oh, well, talk about enjoying the bubble bath and carrying the day far off in bubbles of tension left to on the floor. I love that. And pink satin pearls, unfolding dreams, boiling fantasies in frenzied fashion where delight edges reality's grip. There's something about a good edge, I'm telling you what. And I'm sorry, but the picture of this bathtub makes me just absolutely as jealous as hell. Steam air frosts thoughts in waves that trade time for tension. Cotton bubbles where delight's edge reality's grip. I love that line over again. There's just something about it that um, makes me kind of giddy. Um, and just paradise wet. And again, edging, paradise wet, edge, paradise wet. I don't know. My mind is, somewhere. Maybe it's next week. My mind is there and it shouldn't be. But cleansing hands, glide in rhythm. No, I think it's your poem. I really do. I think it's your poem. Um, Bed in wet skin and moist air treasure. This is just how baths should be had. Especially bubble baths. You just fall into them and just, you know, have that frenzied fashion, fantasies and frenzied fashions. Yeah, cotton bubbles, edge, reality's grip. Yeah, now that bubble baths have been made extremely sensual and hot and lovely, and we do more than just release tension in a very lovely way. Yeah, bubble baths are now a whole new thing at the end of, the evening. Yes, I think I love the way you take a bubble bath. Oh, pretty bird. Love it. So, rack, bubble bath.
You say how baths should be had, how they should be taken. I mean, whatever language you use, I think works. This is just a lovely interlude. Um, the pleasure oozes all over the page.
Great word.
That's,
Music. I that it uses.
yeah.
So, this,
It's funny.
we're gonna try.
Western relaxation at last.
Pretty bird.
Yeah.
What's funny?
Well,
You
you said you
started
were
to
going to
say
try
it's funny.
something.
I said
So,
it's
yeah, but then you said that you were going to try to do something. So I was just waiting. See, overlap and lag.
that's okay. What's funny?
Oh, I was just going to tell a story. Don't worry about it. The moment has passed. We are good.
Okay, the moment has passed. Moment passing. Oh, I hate lags. Always tell the best stories. Um, so we'll see how this works out. All right. So we have Titus's poem up. We are going to do that. And we are, nope, that's not the right thing that I wanted. So, see, trying that did not work for me, but that's okay. Copy. Try if I did it right this time. No, I can do this. I know I can. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to be like so slow on the draw here, but I will get it
Don't call
right,
attention
I
to it. Just
swear.
keep going.
Uh huh. There we go.
I said, don't call
And
attention
don't be
to
a
it.
prick.
Just keep going.
And I said, don't be a prick. All right. So here we go with this. And all right. So we are ready with the SoundCloud. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. And
A little while and then she came no more, nor crossed the path where once her silence grew. The hours withdrew unreckoned as before, as though the sun had lost its oath to dew. No fault was laid on her, nor sought to know, but turned were thoughts to what the stars might keep. For oft the heavens in their courses slow conceal the cause, thence mortal eyes must sleep. Perchance some tender weakness bade her rest, unseen by those who walked her daily round, while thus instructed, born within the breast, will quiet a truth that love alone has found. Thus learned truth, though thoughts may intervene, love's watch endures where it has once been seen.
That was really, really soft. So I don't know how well that was heard because I barely heard it.
yeah, I have it all the way up.
That is unfortunate. Okay. So Titus, you're fabulous. You are, and I'm sorry that came over so soft.
Yeah.
Perchance some tender weakness bade her rest, unseen by those who walked her daily round. While thus instructed, born within the breast, required a truth that love alone has found. Here's the thing. Love's watch endures where it had once been seen. I've got at a distance from this, and used for chance, which, by the way, the only other place I ever hear that is, sleep for chance to dream, and sleep is elusive for me. And so it is a beautiful, beautiful thing to um, gaze upon it in others. I mean, I tend to not want to wake any of my people if they're sleeping, because it's so rare for me that I would hate to disturb somebody else. No, it's a little while, and then she came no more, nor crossed the path where once her silence grew. I don't unlove people. And this reads to me back to when we were talking about a season, a reason, or a lifetime a couple of shows ago. And when they move on, or they are no longer who they once were to us, or we're no longer who we once were to them, the love doesn't just disappear. It's not like, okay, I'm done, and then it's done. It stays there. And we tend to watch over, not intrusively. My brain takes me to all the places sometimes, and a lot of times after I've read you, by the way, I'm just saying, takes me to all the places that love has touched me, like in my life. And you get a little wistful, a little nostalgic, a little melancholic. But you inevitably think of all the things that happen between the then and the now to understand why these things happen. It's just when they first happen, that longing does not go away. And this doesn't read sad to me. It reads, I understand, but it sucks, you know? It reads, while thus instructed, born within the breast where quieter truths that love alone has found, thus learned truth. Though thoughts may intervene, love's watch indoors where it once been seen. And here's the thing. We can't force reciprocity. And there's a lot of different types of love. And if one is more romantic than the other, that kind of imbalance is going to lead to a rift at some point, and it doesn't go away, and you still are fond. And even the one that has to go, I'm sure, is still fond. I'm the one who's always still fond. It's fine. And because, everything's about me, whatever. A little while, and then she came no more. And that is that season where they come in life, or the reason where they come, they serve their purpose, they change you, or how you think fundamentally, they change how you see yourself. And then life kind of has them drift along to the next impactful encounter. And it changes you to be who you need to be for who you don't know you're going to impact next. And it's the beautiful thing about life and these relationships that grace us with their presence is they all have some impact that we usually don't notice until long after the fact. Because pain makes quick changes, quick, hard, fast changes. Love, while they may be greater and more and have a greater depth, it's a slow process. Because it takes understanding. It takes unraveling the emotion to see why it impacted us the way it did, because good things are harder to believe than the bad. And this, to me, is beautiful, to take that moment and you watch them walk past when they used to stop and talk to you, or even if they haven't. Because here's the thing. I once saw this woman. She worked at Hooters in the little gift section. She wasn't a waitress. The most stunning person I have ever seen in real life, ever. Absolutely flipping gorgeous. And she was the sweetest thing. I had 3 kids. All that, like 2 were still in diapers, 1 was brand new, and the other one was just kind of, you know, 7. And I had to pick up food for 5 people right before they closed because everybody was going to be coming in late. And so I went there, I picked up the thing. I have the stroller, I have the car seat that didn't fit on that stroller because I left that at home because I was out of town because I'm a genius. So all of this stuff, and she's like, "Please let me help you." And but in the sweetest way. And she kept Adam company when they had the 2 little ones out there, and I can see everything through the window. She propped the door open so I can see her, so I didn't worry. And she was just the sweetest thing. And the fact that she was that gorgeous had such an impact on me that I texted my husband and all the guys, because they were working on a crew. I said, "Race your asses there." Like, I already bought you dinner, buy more dinner. I don't care. She was so pretty and she was so sweet. And it's been 20 years. And you don't usually find those things hand in hand. You usually find the people that are that pretty, know that they're pretty, and have been treated like they're pretty their whole life. So they tend to be a little bit arrogant. Even if they're kind, they're still snotty. And there was just none of that. It's like she never knew that she was as pretty as she was. And she smiled. And this is where I'm getting to the point. She smiled, and it was so genuine. It's so fully in her eyes that it lit up the entire room. And I was absolutely mesmerized. Now, I was just like, I want to be like that. Just that smile alone was so memorable that and it's that more than anything else that I wanted to share her with people. Like, she was mine to share. But you remember these moments that change how you see things, or how you feel, or what you see is important, or in those moments where she was not the only person in there. There were other guests, there were other workers, there were other whatever, and nobody offered to help me. I didn't ask for help because you're not touching my kids, but she was the sweetest flippin' thing. And so it's just nice to remember nice things and good things of the people that don't know they impact you. And when they do know that they were important to you, it makes it so much more beautiful. It is exponential the way that that impacts us. So if somebody's kindness and a smile can shift something, then, when you actually know somebody, it lingers. And it lingers in a beautiful way, despite the wistfulness. Now, I'm sure I have nothing to do with anything, and I'm talking out of my ass, but that's where this took me. And I find it to be tremendously beautiful. So, Sweet Pea, your thoughts?
I find the beauty of this. It is just kind of shows, it's kind of bittersweet to me, and it's got that kind of idea that even if it's just in remembrance of someone, that we always have that enduring thoughts of people, even though they're gone, and that others might not ever understand, why we have it, even it, or, why it's even there, because they weren't part of that. Where is it? Where the sun, let me see, the sun losing its oath to do, it's, because life is unpredictable, and sometimes things come and we lose them, and yet we don't lose them. And so just remembering people that come in and out of our lives, and some we're happy to leave, but they still impact us. And it's kind of that mystery of why they came and why they went. But some of those that we always have that endearing for those, and sometimes they provide comfort even in their absence. We can look back and go, yeah, that person was really important to me, and I can remember when they calmed me, or they comforted me, or they were the one that brought me hope. And so it's kind of melancholy, but it also brings that hope, and kind of like Pretty Bird's story is, there are people that weave in and out of your life, and you'll never know why, but they always have their stories, and they always have meaning, and they always have that important place in your heart. And sometimes we don't even know why, but they're always that blessing that comes at the right time sometimes. It's just beautiful work. And Raconteur, your thoughts? We lost Rack again.
We lost them.
We lost him. Yeah, it's a gorgeous piece.
I fully concur.
Yeah.
I'll see about replacing the audio file in there because it was so low. I'm not sure, why it played so softly. It could be the recording, it could be the whatever, but I'll place it in there and fix that before I post it.
Yeah. Because it was, well, whatever. We'll have to figure. Nothing to talk about except our lovely world coming up, and how else we relax, and all the fun stuff that's going on in our world. So, what is going on in your world that's helping you relax, or other things you do to relax other than taking baths? Because my relaxation comes in my dog, even though the dog is
Yeah, I don't relax.
kind of driving me. You don't relax at all.
I don't. I don't relax. I don't sleep. I'm a hot mess. It's a miracle that I'm not fully insane.
Oh, I have a lot, but I try. I have the dog to be relaxed because, or at least he's trying. He's trying to learn. He's not quite as good as the other dog, but he is trying, and he'll come up and snuggle next to me and do things to try to help me relax. So I'm blessed with that. Um, I'm lucky that he helps. I'm not one to go out and exercise or do anything like that crazy. Um, yeah, I'm not going to start running at my age because yeah, that's not going to happen. A lot of people do that. They like do major exercise to quote unquote release stress. Yeah, I don't see me doing that anytime soon. Um, let's see, what other things do people do to help relax? I don't meditate. I don't know about you, but I can't. Meditation is not
Rack is
something
back. You cook? Do
I
you want me
got
to
it.
cook them in, or are you cooking them in?
Um, you can click them in. Way we're not both touching buttons. Um,
I
I,
haven't done anything.
I
He seems to have popped in.
I've never been able to meditate. Okay. Um, I don't know about you, but that whole being able to sit still is not something I can do ever. So
I have a book
people
about
that
that.
can do that, I know you do. One of these days, you're going to let me know where it is so I can like go get it. I don't think you have it out, do you? Or never mind, I won't ask that.
No.
Um,
No, my sister ruined
yeah,
that because it was supposed to be a parody and she found it helpful, and I was like, the nerve.
the nerve. But you always tell people I have a book about that.
Well, I do, because here's the
For no
thing.
reason.
People, um, when you're told clear your mind, things are going to go in there because you can't just make it empty. You have to micro focus on other things, because then it's not wandering and you're there focusing on how the air feels when you breathe it in versus breathe it out as you're counting to do your things. You need to focus on something to pull yourself out of your stress and trauma and whatever it is, before you can't just go all the things to none of the things.
Right.
So, but nobody ever tells you that. Now you know.
I have this meditation program and it's called on a Stream, and I can't do it to save my life because you're supposed to visualize little leaves and you're supposed to put words on the leaves and let them float down the river, and then put another leaf on a stream and let it float down the river. So basically all your problems are supposed to float down the river. It work. I'm like, what the hell is that supposed to do for me? Okay, the dog's doing okay, put the dog on the leaf. No, it's just this. I just cannot do that medication. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's
It
just
will
me.
all
I
work.
mean, I'm sure it works for 100.
No, it all will work. They just don't
Yeah,
work the same for everybody, because you have to find something that kind of meshes with the way you think. But if they don't tell you that you can't just jump into visualizing things, you have to um, pull focus away from all the things that are bogging you down into something that doesn't really matter, and then you can then rebuild whatever it is they're asking you to visualize, because everything else will be gone for a hot minute. So it's a process, but it's something that has to be taught properly. But they assume that you know how to meditate, so this is just a new thing to do while you're meditating. They all assume that and it's a process to learn. I'm just saying. And for those of us who don't relax easily, it sucks. It is a fight
yeah,
to push those thoughts aside. So you have to focus on these little micro things that pull all of your mind power on all of this stuff. You need a squirrel to focus on. so that all the other squirrels aren't bothering you, you know?
Like the squirrel.
Oh.
Now, the squirrel, I have a great story about a squirrel that actually is so bizarre that we could be the squirrel or we the dog, which is an odd story. So I have a squirrel who likes to literally jump on the screen, full on ninja style. Um, I mean, and he teases my dogs because he knows my dogs can't get to him. And I know a lot of people will be like, squirrels aren't that smart. But yeah, the squirrel's that smart. So I have a bay window and it looks out to the street. That's where I do my dishes. So it's like a big, the dogs can't jump into the sink. They can't get to the squirrel. So he goes from the tree and he jumps on full ninja, spread eagle onto the screen. And my dogs are going berserk. And this squirrel chirps at. He's the coolest squirrel in the world. And I've got two Australian Shepherds and a Border Collie, all freaking going nuts. So, be the calm, cool squirrel, crazy, out of your mind Border Collie. And I tend to be the out of your mind Border Collie when things just go insane, but not the cool ninja squirrel. So I live like the Border Collie and the Australian Shepherds, yeah. But not the ninja.
So I've heard your
I don't know
dogs.
what that's.
I've heard your dogs with that squirrel.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It would drive me stinking nuts. But let's say hello to Raconteur. Hello, hello. Are you with us? Are you on?
No, he's still muted.
I see you.
He's coming.
All right, you got him, or you want me to get him? Because he looks like he's on here. So if he's not on there,
you can go ahead and get him.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Lord have mercy.
I'm just glad you're
This
back.
connection
Hey.
sucks.
A little bit. I don't know what's going on. This is our first time. We'll see if it's going to continue to do all this laggy nonsense because it's driving me stinking nuts. Otherwise, it's fabulous. We're everywhere. And I might try it from my phone next time. Well, no, because I'm going to be running the studio. Shit. I was going to try it from my phone because that way it'll be on my service just so I can see if it's my internet. But obviously it's not my internet because you're in New Jersey and I'm in Florida, and it sucks for you too.
Yeah, I think it's my internet. I have issues with my cable provider.
Yeah, but that's it's your internet isn't making it laggy for the rest of us. That's just how it is. But fun stuff. So we're talking about
my connection sucks. And because I'm from Brooklyn, when you don't have a connection, there's a big problem with that kind of thing for me. You know what I'm talking about?
OMG.
Everybody from Brooklyn,
But
we're all proud of. We got the connections.
Not the internet connections, apparently. But you do lag.
Yeah, just not the internet.
I don't know if what we sound like to you, sweet, but for me, you come in late a lot. Like there's a like 4 or 5 set, like ridiculously late, which is why I will stop and wait to see if you're going to say anything else.
Yeah,
because it's really, really late, and I don't know what is causing that, and
yeah,
it's a little worrisome if that's going to be what our shows are going to be like,
just
that we're all talking all over each other. Because I mean, you're a little late too. Like we're all just on a different time thing, which is I don't understand what is going on with this. You would think that it would just sync it all up together, but that's neither here nor there. We'll work on that behind the scenes.
Yes,
but yeah,
we will.
So there is that. So here's the thing: we're talking about the bubble baths and how to relax. The thing is that we all stress differently, and I am excellent under pressure. I don't know what to do with myself if there's nothing to do. And so I have to at least be contemplating the things while doing nothing, because there's always something. because the second that I don't, then shit happens and I have like no wherewithal to try to organize things on an empty slate. So, not that I thrive on chaos, but chaos is different than having shit to do or having priorities. I don't need chaos and drama. I just would like to know all the things that I have so I can put my ducks in a row so I can then work through said ducks, you know? And I don't find
The ones
that
that were watching Titus.
OMG, the ones, jeez Louise.
Oh,
That's funny. Okay, so here's the thing. The ones that were watching Titus, the thing is, and in my scenario, looking at that, Titus was the ducks. I'm just saying. So
oh,
Well, put it on his bill.
OMG. I mean, there are worse things. I'm just saying.
oh,
Anyhow, I said
Lord.
nothing. And so I'm sitting there. What the duck Titus said? He's fabulous. So I tend to
He cracks you up.
a little bit. I tend to be useless if there's nothing to do. The longer I have nothing to do, the more I'm going to make stuff to do. When I make stuff to do, people get really annoyed with me because I'm like, so what are you doing? Can I help you with this? And what about this? And what about that? And yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So it's a big reason why you had mentioned crocheting earlier, why I do it for myself. I don't care if I'm making something for somebody else. It fills all that space. It turns off half of my brain because it I can only half of it needs to be doing crochet shit. The other, and then I only have half of it to stress out about nonsense. And so it's almost like yarn therapy, you know. So I'm always, my brain is always doing whatever the heck it wants to do, and rarely does whatever I want it to do. That's not to say I enjoy being bogged down with work, because that's different. But yeah. So I tend to live in the pre-Calgon state of events and not so much the in the Calgon state of events. I probably need to actually, do they even still make Calgon? I used to love those peach boxes. I mean, they come in other colors, but I like the peach one.
I could eat a peach
Still
all
make
day.
Oh, and just Face Off? Jeez Louise. And I'm going to have to watch that movie. There are certain things that stick with you. I'm just saying. Oh, did I tell you the peach story? Oh my God. Okay. So I know everybody who's been listening to us for a while knows my peach story. It's in the How I Got My Name story. Okay. So there I am, 13 years old, at a kegger with my sister, who was 15 years old. Now, the person whose birthday party it was friends with both of us, but my mom wouldn't let my sister go without me because we're supposed to keep each other, you know, on the straight and narrow. Yeah, no, that never worked. She was delusional. And so we're in there. I'm 13, and my mom said, just nurse a beer. And I didn't know what that was. She assumed that I did. So we get there, we get out of the car, and my sister is like, well, you know, I said, what's nursing a beer? And she says, don't let it get past halfway. I'm like, cool beans. And that is it. So every time I made my rounds through that apartment, I went to the kitchen. They topped me off. It never got past half, but it kept on going to full. And so I did not know I was drunk. And there's people having sex over here. And I like open the bathroom door, and I see hot punk kid and my friend going at it on the counter, and he looks me dead in the face and he's like, either join us or close the door. And I just stood there looking at him like, I could not process what the heck he's talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, have fun. And I close the door because I'm just that kind of doofus. And so I go to the living room, and there's this English guy, and apparently I'm a sucker for an accent. I can't say shit. And he's like 6'4", this blonde guy, and I'm all just swoony, and he's like, well, aren't you a peach? And I'm like, I love peaches, especially when they're warm and juicy. And I had no idea that a peach was a thing. And well, first he said, "Oh, well, aren't you a pretty bird?" I was like, "I like birds because I'm an idiot." And then he's like, "Well, aren't you a peach?" And that conversation happened. And it wasn't until I got home in the middle of the night and my mother could not stop laughing in my face that she had to tell me what the hell I said to that guy, because I had no idea. And she's just like, "I can't let you go anywhere," because I had no idea that a peach was a peach. I am just saying. I'm thinking it's just a juicy fruit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta leave before you get me in trouble." I'm like, "Geez, it's a good thing he was a nice guy, because I was 13, drunk and stupid."
You got him in trouble anyway.
I mean, I did not. Tom with an H.
Good girl.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so A, that's how I got my name, and B, I could eat a peach all day. Memories.
Oh my God, that poor man. Oh, there you go. And now you know.
I want to know what he was doing there to begin with, because the girl whose party it was turning 16. Granted, she was more worldly than I will ever be, and she was full punk and freaking cool as shit, and she was as sweet as can be. But everybody at their party, like, I went to high school with all these kids. They were all in some kind of high school. This guy is 21 years old, and I don't know why he was there. I think the oldest one there was 18 besides him. And I get that that's not old, but I don't know who knew him. All I know is that he was cute.
All I know is that 16
And I'm a pretty bird.
Someone ordered him on Uber Eats.
Oh, MGF, yeah, that's hysterical. Oh, MG, can I just, I guess we can save that till Tuesday, because that's where we're going to get a little naughty. I was going to say something about something.
About eating out?
Yeah, something about things. Yes, but I won't. I am good.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually biting my tongue. I will not bite my tongue on Tuesday, because that's Midnight Confessions and it's all the sex. So feel free to join us. But yeah, okay.
Yes, please join us tonight. Okay.
So I suppose we're going to be talking about those. Yeah, Midnight Confessions, which is our Tuesday night show, and all our shows are 10 p.m. Eastern time. And it is, because I can't remember crap, this desire in the shadows when no one is watching. Tell us your naughty secrets and sultry words. Make us melt with your midnight confessions. And that is coming up on Tuesday.
Yes. And as Freebird likes to say, we talk about all the things. And I do mean all the things. That is going to be one hot little show. But then we're going to do poetry at 3 a.m., which is Thursday is Still Asleep. Tired, quiet words bleed to born in unfiltered emotions for the freedom of words that come forth in the darkness before dawn. And that's on June 4th at 10 o'clock Eastern Time.
So you can find us anywhere you listen to your podcasts. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, all the places. Type in Pretty Sweet, PRTTY, sweet, all one word. Click on the red shoes and you can listen to hundreds upon hundreds of hours of us doing exactly this. And like, follow, share, leave your opinion in our opinions, click all the hearts, and show us some love. And we are now going live on social media. So you can find us on Facebook at Pretty Sweet or Pretty Sweet Distractions. You can find us on YouTube at Pretty Sweet. You can find us on Twitter. Just type in Pretty Sweet Distractions, and Pretty Sweet is one word, PRTTY, sweet, all one word. And follow those same red shoes and listen to us every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. You have anything else to add, Sweet?
I do not. Thank you for all the things. Guess we get to say goodnight.
Oh, yes.
Thank
You
you
saying
so much
goodnight?
for being and recover well. Sorry,
Oh, I just saw that. I think we went at the same time.
okay.
In my prayers, in all of our prayers, Titus, we hope you recover quickly and well, and sending you all the love. So we had a great time,
Good night, old
and we hope
bean.
that you did too. And we hope that you did too. However, if you did not, are we still telling them all to fuck all the way off?
Absolutely.
All right, so it's so we hope you did
So
too. However, if you did not, you can. Are you guys ready? You
Fuck
can
all the way
Yes.
off.
fuck all the way off. Good night, everyone.
Bye.